The top 20 movies of 2023.
Are you kidding?
I'm not. That's
Oh my gosh, I feel like you're pranking me.
I'm not. That's
Okay.
I will show you the list after.
Okay. Hello guys, welcome back to the Two Latin Brothers podcast. I'm Victor.
And I'm Adrian.
We're the podcast where we talk to you about our daily lives and entertainment, brought to you as a day-by-day comedy podcast. We have brought you guys more topics. Stay tuned for the end of the video where we start talking about a few of the things we've done in the past week. Or 2 weeks, I guess.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
It's been quite busy, but let's just dive right into it.
Dive into it, bro.
There is some weird things that I looked up. Not like weird, but like somewhat weird stuff.
Just give it to me.
All right, so there are weird laws for Ottawa.
Okay, for those who don't know, we're here in Ottawa.
We are in Ottawa.
If you don't know where that is, Google it.
Yeah.
You'll find like 6.
Yes. So here are 4 weird laws that are weird for Ottawa.
Okay, go for it.
Starting with the first one.
Yeah.
The first one is, did you know if you decide not to pay a hotel bill in Ontario, the hotel owners have the legal right to make up their money by selling your horse?
Wait. They have the legal right to sell my horse?
They have the legal right to sell your horse.
Okay, here's my follow-up.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's a follow-up to this.
Yeah, obviously.
When was this law passed? In the 1800s?
I have no idea.
Because I'll be honest with you. For starters, I don't own a horse, so like, would the equivalency of that be like selling my car? Like, what is
I have no idea, but it's clear it's there, but I don't think it's ever been enforced.
Okay, well,
like at least probably not from
like
the 1800s.
just imagine being like a guy back in the 1800s, like you're like a cowboy or like a westerner, you know?
Yeah.
And you show up, you get off your horse, you time to whatever, and then you go into this hotel and then proceed not to leave.
Yeah.
I come back out like a week later. I never paid my bill, and my horse is gone. This is the play-by-play of what just happened.
Yeah. Okay. So number 2, there are actually laws put in place for how many coins you can use to pay at a register.
Okay, wait. I mean, if I need a truck, this is what I'm saying, right? This is why.
Okay. Well,
no, I bet you this is the only reason this exists is because some guy tried to buy a car with rolls of quarters.
Okay, so let me first give you the amount of coins that a register can reject.
Oh, a register can reject.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Okay, so there's a limit in Canada to pay for goods.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so not vehicles and stuff like that. Because that would even be a hassle for an individual to like carry. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know how many coins that would be?
Get a duffel bag.
That's not, you'd need a few duffel bags.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Anyways,
go for it.
So the limit is 25 coins, so $25 in loonies. So if you have 25 loonies, a register can reject it.
So technically,
yes.
If I have 26 loonies,
yes,
they can reject it.
They can reject it.
What if I had 24 and they still reject it?
Then it wouldn't be enforceable for them.
Okay, what if it's 24 loonies and 1 quarter?
I don't know.
Because it's not $25, but it's 20.
I'm not the law.
25. It's 25 coins.
Yeah.
But not $25.
All right. So there's that. Okay. So the limit is $25 in loonies, $5 in nickels, or 25 cents. If you have pennies lying around, which don't really exist.
We don't have pennies anymore, that law.
So this law...
Void, doesn't real. It doesn't... Fake news.
Yeah. So this law isn't really enforced by the police, but a lot of businesses do have the right.
Imagine walking into a store and you walk out in handcuffs because you tried to pay with 25 loonies.
Could you imagine the post of that being like at jail, being like, so what are you in here for? I paid with quarters. And I'm going to be like... What? I'm gonna be like, yeah, I had so many quarters. I tried to pay with that. And they'd be like, and they just threw you in jail. Yeah.
They didn't take my money.
They didn't take my money.
They couldn't
no,
take
honestly, I feel like realistically, they would probably just give you off with a warning or tell you to take it to a bank.
I don't think... Yeah, I think that's more likely to happen. Then they'll be like, look, I'll hold the items, go to a bank, get bills, come back.
Yeah.
You know,
they just put it through the machine.
Yeah.
And they count it all.
Yeah. Like there's no. I honestly don't know anybody who walks around that much change on them.
Yeah. No.
Like I don't. Unless it's bills.
I don't think I've ever carried 25 quarters unless I'm going to the bank.
Yeah.
Because like I used to put them in the rolls. You know what I mean? You know those little.
Well,
you know,
that's not
cardboard
true
paper
because the
rolls?
most I've ever carried is $500 in toonies.
Yes, but that was that was for a prank.
Yeah, for those in case you're wondering why.
Yeah. Yeah, but still, you know what I mean. That wasn't. That was a different circumstance.
Yeah, but I had to go to the bank, and the bank teller was like,
I'm assuming the bank literally said, "I'm assuming this is a prank."
and
right?
we're like, absolutely.
"Yes, absolutely." Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah, we had the brand new plastic wrap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fresh from the mint. It was
Yeah,
great. It was
great.
It was a
All right, let me give you another one. So that was 2, right?
Yeah.
So here's number 3.
All right.
If you visit a national park, you are absolutely not legally allowed to bring a llama, a sheep, a goat, a cow, or a pig to the park.
Where does one get a llama in this country?
I see. That's what I'm saying.
How did
There was a guy who had to conclude.
Yeah.
Like there had to be someone
Yeah.
at one point who was just like, I'm just gonna take my llama for a walk.
Imagine. Okay, wait. Here's the thought.
Yeah.
So does that mean I can show up with an alpaca?
I don't know.
I can show up with
I would assume anything in the likeness of the category of animals.
But wait,
Yeah.
technically, because it doesn't specifically, it states all of the animals that I'm not allowed to take.
Yeah.
So technically, I can show up with an alpaca and kind of get away with
I
that.
don't know if it said etc. Like I have to really read into these things. You know what I mean?
But I mean, also,
I feel like people would be more fascinated.
does it matter if it's breathing? Like, because what if I plan to cook
whoa,
out?
Whoa.
No, because like
You're doing like a presentation slaughter of an animal. You know how many activists are gonna show up?
No, I'm saying in the sense of like I show up with a cow, but it's not like I'm gonna
like
roast.
a carcass.
Yeah, like I'm gonna roast that.
Okay, that's different. That's very, very different from what we were saying. Also, do you have a fire permit for that?
Probably.
Okay, well there you go.
Yeah,
Then
so-
you're clear.
I guess.
But like if you're bringing on like a full animal, like right in there,
Yeah.
you can't do that.
What if I have a pet pig?
It's pretty weird.
I know somebody who had a pet pig.
Okay, so do I. But that still doesn't change the fact of like why are you taking it to a national park?
Well, why not? He's my pet. What if he's my emotional support animal?
That would be interesting. I wonder if you're allowed to do that.
Like,
I'd get one of those small pigs, you know, the pigs that don't grow really that big.
like a
grow
pig
about like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you take him into one of these parks, and they go, "Sir, you're not allowed to have it. He's my emotional support animal. Here's my documentation."
Yeah. And pigs are really smart too.
Yeah.
Like so.
There's some guy, I can't remember where, who he got like in trouble because he had a koala as a emotional support animal.
Yeah.
And like Australia.
Imagine you just go to a national park, and they're like, "What are you doing here with the pig?" And I'm just like, "I'm just trying to sniff out some truffles," you know.
I'm looking for a gold mine.
And then they'll be like, "You're not allowed to harvest like that." And I'd be like, "Oh,
Yeah.
that's wild."
That's tough.
Yeah.
What's the next law?
Yeah. So this one's one that I've been trying to wrap my head around. I don't have too much information on it.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
you have something.
Yeah.
else.
So the fourth and last law is that in Ottawa we have a road called Bank Street.
Right.
In Bank Street, on a Sunday, you are not legally allowed to eat ice cream on the road.
Okay. So, like on the road or like?
Street, road, you're just not allowed to eat it on Bank Street
Okay, but what if I'm
on
like
a Sunday.
Here's a follow up.
Yeah,
Isn't there an ice cream shop on Bank Street?
probably. There's probably a few.
Because there's like everything on Bank Street.
Yeah.
Like they got everything.
yeah, you know how long Bank Street is? It's very, very long.
It
for
goes
those
to
who
the
don't know.
eventually goes to the U.S.
Yeah.
It touches the Parliament and it goes all the way to the U.S.
Yeah.
So wait a second. I've probably done this before.
Yeah, we've all probably done this once. See, the thing is that it's just such an obscure law that it's not enforced.
But I'm wondering
If you see a child
No.
with ice cream, you're not going to be like, well, I'm enforcing that kid right now. To,
No, I meant in the sense
no
of
ice
like
cream for you.
I'm just wondering how we got to that point to
I have
ban.
no idea.
Weren't they handing out ice cream one Canada Day?
I don't remember.
Weren't we on Bank Street when that happened?
I don't know. It's just I don't ask these questions.
Okay, so I can't eat ice cream. Is this like that one where like you can't have ice cream in your back pocket type of law?
Yeah, I don't remember where that's from.
I think it's North Carolina.
North Carolina. You're not
I
allowed
think
to have
I'm not
ice
exactly
cream?
sure.
All right, but there is a law somewhere
Yeah.
that doesn't allow you to do this. There's also like a small rumor that went around a couple of years back
Mm-hmm.
that you weren't allowed to paint your garage door purple.
Oh, okay.
I don't know where that came from. Someone just kind of threw it out into the void and hoped that it'd catch on. And then it did.
Okay. But it's not a real law.
It's not a real law.
Okay.
But you can Google it. Can I paint my garage purple? And you'll see articles about this. Like deep dives into like
About how
like you shouldn't be able to paint like and some people are like you should.
It's like how
some people believed it and some people didn't.
Yeah, it's like the headlights of your car.
Yeah.
You can't have any headlights be specific colors.
Yeah.
And a friend of mine, he has like the movie The Green Hornet.
Yeah.
How he has like those green headlights.
Yeah.
So he has one of those kind of cars, and he's like, want to make the headlights green, and I had them green, and apparently I wasn't allowed to have them. He's like, I got pulled over.
Yeah.
And apparently there's some like rule about having green headlights because it's used in construction.
Yeah.
And it can throw people off if they see a green light.
I don't think I've ever seen green.
So my fault. That was my fault. I'm like, I've never. It's always like orange or yellow.
Yeah.
Even red.
Yeah.
I've never seen green lights for construction. I mean, I see it on a snowplow.
Green?
Yeah, on like the top of the snowplow.
Oh yeah, on the top of the snowplow.
But I've never seen it like used in construction. Like, so then I was very confused by that, and then he goes, yeah, and so, but these are the kinds of laws that you never figure out unless you do something of this sort, and then you're like, wait a second, but why?
Yeah, like what does that matter?
Like,
yeah, I mean, like you could have. I think it depends on tint as well.
Right. Yeah.
Of like the shade of color that the light is being emitted.
Right. Yeah.
Because there are people that change their headlights to like blue. There's some people that have it like yellow and then red. I think like it's pretty obvious that you're not allowed to have a combination of red and blue.
You're not allowed to have red ones either.
Yeah, there you go. Well, no.
Yeah, you're not allowed to have red ones.
Oh, of headlights?
Yeah, headlights.
Of headlights, yeah, because like the rear.
Yeah, like if you're looking at rear view, like the cops behind me.
Yeah, I know. Like
they turned on the lights.
Yeah, I mean it'd be pretty obvious.
It's the panic.
Blue and red.
Yeah,
not allowed.
Yeah, I mean,
because
yeah,
you know what I mean. It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. There's all sorts of laws, that are kind of. I think it's at some point we just kind of keep laws around.
Yeah.
For history's sake,
Sure.
Just like the horse one, like the horse one.
Yeah.
The horse one for sure has not been removed from law.
Yeah.
Just because they're like there was a time in our history where this was like everybody who was coming to stay at this hotel or at a hotel in this city owned a horse.
Yeah.
Like there was a time where this was like the norm,
Yeah, like they tried to stay there.
It's like how everybody walks around with a phone in their pocket,
Yeah.
It's like
so like here's the thing though. I'd love to see a small YouTube series of a cop dedicating his time for all these stupid little laws, being like, oh, sorry, we're gonna have to take your horse, and they're gonna be like, we don't have a horse, well, we're taking it.
It'd be really funny.
What?
It's like you're at the hotel and they ask you, I'd like you to register your horse, like on the application sheet, like when you're signing, when you're registering for, they'd be like, I don't own a horse, and then like you don't own a horse, sir.
We're gonna have to substitute your car.
You're like, why? He's like, because if you fail to pay,
we're gonna have to take your car.
We're legally allowed to sell your car.
So that would be crazy. Anyways,
I don't think anybody could get away with that.
Yeah. So you were also looking for some interesting things to do.
Okay, so look, I was on the internet.
Yes.
As one usually does.
Yes.
And I found this list.
Yeah.
Of the top 20 movies of 2023.
Okay.
It's last year. I know we're like halfway through the year at this point.
Yeah.
Of 2024, but I thought it would be funny because some of these okay, so we haven't seen all 20 of these movies.
Yeah.
And I'm only going to list off the ones that I know you've seen.
Okay.
But I kind of want to see where you thought they fell on this list.
Okay.
All right, cuz some of these are really good.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to start really good, okay?
Mhm.
Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Ooh. And this is a list out of 20?
This is a list out of 20.
Or 25?
20.
20.
Yeah.
Okay. Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Yeah.
I would say that's like top 10 for sure.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I hope so.
Okay.
So I'm gonna place it not too high, but high.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say it's in the top 5.
All right. So now that we've assessed how you're judging,
okay,
it's number 19.
Okay, so now you guys know I can't be trusted for ranking movies.
Yep.
This is great.
You failed.
Okay, so it's 19.
Yeah.
Okay, lovely. He started from the bottom of the list.
Yeah.
Give me the next one.
All right. John Wick.
Ooh.
4.
Okay, well, thank you for specifying.
Yeah, in case you confused
John Wick.
Yeah.
Seeing as how Guardians 3 was that low,
yeah,
I'm gonna say it was number 9.
Number 18.
Are you kidding?
I'm not. I'm dead
Oh my
serious.
gosh, I feel like you're pranking me. Right
I'm
now.
not. I'm dead.
Okay.
I will show you the list after if you want. Like,
yeah, sure.
Okay. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Oh, 20.
You think that's 20?
No, I'm joking.
Okay, well.
No, people are gonna be like, he hates the movie. No, I don't.
It's actually really good. I really enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it.
You gotta watch it again, actually. I barely remember.
I don't barely remember. I remember it.
Okay, I was in another country. I was exhausted. It was just
okay. Anyways, I'm putting that one at. I'm hoping you went up, so I'm gonna say 7.
It's 12.
There's no way. Okay, fine.
Yeah,
fine.
I'm gonna mix these up a little bit. That way you don't.
Okay. So there you go. It's at 7. Okay, hit me again.
Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought this was a 2022 movie because it feels that long ago.
Okay, 10.
No.
Lower?
Yeah.
You said 19 already, right?
Yeah, I said 19 already.
Did you say 18?
Yeah, I said 18.
Did you say 17?
No, I haven't said 17.
Okay, we're gonna place it right there.
17? It's actually 16.
Oh, so close.
Yeah, we're actually pretty close.
Okay.
That wasn't that bad. That was actually pretty good. All right, ready?
Okay.
Here's another one.
Yeah.
Killers of the Flower Moon.
Ooh. Okay, that's got to be like top 3.
You think?
I don't know. You said that and it made me question my entire existence. So I'm gonna put it at 7.
It's actually number 5.
Okay.
It's number 5. I mean, that was a good movie.
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
a really
it was
good
a really good movie.
Really impactful.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy message.
Crazy. Really good.
Yeah.
Would recommend.
Would recommend. 10 out of 10. Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1.
Did I even watch that movie?
Yeah, we did. We definitely did.
Do I remember watching that movie?
I apparently not.
Since I don't remember it, I'm gonna say it's number 8.
It's actually number 17.
That's wild. Okay.
You know what? It's kind of crazy going through this because I hadn't realized all these movies had come out this year.
Yeah.
Oppenheimer.
Ooh, top 5 for sure. Top 3 realistically.
All right.
So I'm gonna say like that's number 2.
It's number 1. It's number 1.
I didn't want to give it the number 1 spot in case I was wrong.
In case you were wrong, you're like, I was wrong. I gotta fall back on
but
this.
on my personal list, it is number 1.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's one of those. It's out there. That's it. Actually, that was the last one.
Really?
Yeah, that was the last one that you've seen.
That I've seen? What,
Yeah.
number 2 was like Napoleon?
No, number 2 was Past Lives.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
It's a foreign film. The number 3 was Poor Things. Poor Things.
Yeah.
Which I heard everybody was saying was really good.
Mm-hmm.
And then number 4 was The Holdovers.
Okay.
Number 5 was Flowers of the Killer Moon, as you know.
Yeah.
Number 6 was About Dry Grasses. No idea what that's about.
I have never even heard of that.
Neither have I.
film.
Number 7 was Anatomy of a Fall.
I think I've heard of that one.
I think I had to. The Promised Land is number 8.
Okay.
Fallen Leaves is number 9. Another foreign film. Perfect Days. Another foreign film from Japan, actually. The Taste of Things. Another foreign film.
Okay.
And then there's Spider-Man, number 12.
Yep.
The Zone of Interest, number 13.
Very interested.
Never heard of it. American Fiction.
Okay. Yeah.
That's number 14. The Boy and the Heron. Actually, I want to watch this movie because everybody says it's incredible.
Yeah.
It's number 15. Dungeons and Dragons is number 16. Mission Impossible is number 17. John Wick is number 18. Guardians of the Galaxy is number 19. And Godzilla -1 is 20.
20. Wow.
Yeah. So that's all.
That is wild.
In case you're wondering where I got this list, you're like, oh, that can't be right. You know, this movie should be number 1. This is based on IMDb.
Yep.
And this is ranked based on like, what is this? It's something like I can't remember how many like base reviews. It's like it's got to be in the millions at this point.
Yeah, give us your list of your top 20, or give us a list of your top 5 in the comments down below.
Yeah, no,
we'll check it out.
Like okay, so I want to test it. So when I saw his list, I was waiting to see Barbie on it.
Yeah.
It's not even on the list. Didn't even crack it. It's like, because like Barbie and Oppenheimer were so big.
Yeah.
Like, especially on TikTok and all that stuff. People did that whole like what was it, the Barbieheimer? What was the trend called? I can't remember.
I don't know.
The Barheimer? I can't remember. There was a whole trend. It's not important.
Yeah,
people like,
but a lot of people were making the joke of, I'm gonna go watch Barbie, then I'm gonna go watch Oppenheimer, or vice versa.
Yeah, and people went like wearing outfits.
Yeah.
For each, it was a whole.
There was people that took intermission. They'd walk out of Oppenheimer dressed up for Oppenheimer, and then go to the bathroom, come out ready for Barbie.
Yeah, it was
like crazy. Honestly,
stuff.
And when you see interviews, of like the both main actors, like Cillian Murphy and Margaret Robbie, you see them in an interview being like, the chances of those two very polar opposite movies being played at the exact same time,
it's pretty crazy,
was so good for marketing.
Oh yeah, no. Oh, they did a variety interview where they did actor on actor, and they talk about that, and I think that's also a very big representation of how society kind of views these things, in a way where, although one of them is very polarizing, and the other one's like for like comedic entertainment. Yeah, I mean, not to say Oppenheimer isn't for entertainment, but it's telling you a story of real history of I mean, maybe a little bit exaggerated, but like of what occurred in that time during that moment when the nuclear bomb was invented. Yeah. Meanwhile, you have Barbie, which is based on a doll.
I still haven't watched Barbie.
Neither have I.
Yeah.
So here we are, telling the story, telling the facts, the way they are.
If you want us to watch Barbie, leave it down in the comments that you want us to watch it, and give a thumbs up so that we know that you were watching.
I don't approve of this message. What was I gonna say? No, one of the things I actually found interesting was I felt like John Wick should have been higher. Really? Yeah, because although the way it ends is, for those who don't know, it's kind of like,
okay, just don't.
It's open ended. It's open. Yeah. That's all I'll say. Yeah. It's an open ended end. A lot of people said that it was probably the best way to end that movie. Yeah. And so I felt like that on its own kind of carried the film. Like I found the enjoyment better, and some of the sequences in that movie are just crazy. Yeah. It's absurd, some of the things that they were doing in that movie. But I think ultimately it's just like, it's basically action. From the moment it starts to the moment it ends. And then the script of that movie,
it's literally Jonathan. Yeah. Winston. Yeah. And then,
that's like the script.
Guns. That's it. Yeah. Like, that's the movie. I just gave you guys the whole summary.
You just gave everybody like 75% of the script.
You're welcome.
Like, it's crazy that's the movie.
That's the movie.
That's the movie.
That's the movie.
Like, but at the same time, I look at like Dungeons and Dragons. Everybody thought that was gonna be a flop, but that movie hit
a little bit.
I enjoyed that. It was a fun movie.
I felt like almost. I feel like there was moments where it was good, and then there was moments where I'm like, you're just trying too hard to make this good. Yeah,
but I mean, like the one with the coffin, and they're like, you can ask you questions, and then they kept wasting the question, and then they bring it back, and then. It was a whole thing, and then they left one of them. They didn't ask him the last question,
so he just stayed alive.
Yeah, so it's the whole thing. But I mean, in the sense of like, that's like a good bit. Yeah. But at the same time, there were moments where I felt a little forced. Yeah. I mean, meanwhile, you have Guardians of the Galaxy, which is supposed to be a comedy. Yeah. But what an emotional roller coaster that movie is. Absolutely. It's like the complete opposite of what the other two movies. Like, I mean, the second one was kind of. It tried that, but
I barely watched Guardians of the Galaxy. I have to rewatch that movie. I don't remember.
Like the first one?
No, the
second one.
The third one.
The third one? Okay. Yeah. Well, okay, so the first one is like a full-on like comedy. Yeah. Second one is trying to be emotional, but you don't really connect with the father. Yeah. Father figure as much as I think what the director wanted you to feel. Yeah. And then the third one was just like, okay, why do I pity a CGI'd raccoon? Yeah. Like, it puts you in a very weird position. Yeah. So there's definitely that. But I think ultimately, at the end of the day, that roster of 20 films is so diverse.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Like it's crazy how good storytelling has gone. And I think that's a very big testament to how far we've kind of pushed storytelling in this medium, at least. It's very incredible, I think.
And we'll be back right after this.
He started ranting. Yeah. Also,
so shifting gears into what our lives have been like recently.
Oh my goodness.
We actually did something out of our ordinary.
Yeah, sure.
We went to Montreal I know what you're thinking. How could you leave home?
No, no.
Are you insane?
No, they're probably thinking, I think I've heard the story before because you've been to Montreal before.
Oh my gosh.
And we've told that story.
Never thought this would happen again. Anyways,
I know. It's crazy.
We went to Montreal. It was pretty interesting. We rented a car to go there. And it was by chance, realistically, of how lucky we got where we stayed.
Yeah, it was
where we
nice.
stayed was pretty much by chance. Nights before, we were looking into first off, let's tell you why
we went to Montreal.
So we went to a concert. A relatively famous individual in South America, known as Luis Miguel.
Yeah.
Now, if you don't know who that is, Google it. Change your life.
Yeah. If you understand that.
If you understand.
But what I want to say is that this man has impacted our lives drastically.
Oh, yeah.
Mainly because this man he doesn't know this, but probably for a good 16 years of my life, this man woke me up every morning.
Yeah. I mean, not even then. Not even then. Like, I can definitively say that I grew up on his music.
Yeah. Because of our mother, obviously.
Yeah. So, we're going to Montreal.
Right.
Well, we went to Montreal.
Yeah.
But nights before, we were trying to book. We were thinking maybe Airbnb, hotel.
Right.
Just to stay the night because the concert's fairly late at night.
Yeah.
And we looked for bookings months ago. We looked for bookings.
Yeah, I think...
And there wasn't anything too promising. So we were in talks of like, okay, maybe right after the concert, like we'll drive back.
Yeah.
Like, it's only like 2 hours. So like,
it's not that far of a distance.
It's not that far of a distance. Maybe we can do that. And then after more discussion, we realized, you know what? We're going to be tired after all the hype. We're going to want to like tone it down. And once you're going to get
we're going to be tired and we're just going to sleep.
Yeah.
And we got lucky. I think it was our mom who told our sister to check the hotel. Boom, there was a room and we booked it.
Yeah, it was at the Bell Center. We literally stayed at the Best Western, literally 2 blocks away from it. You literally walk out of the hotel, look to your right, and you can see it.
Yeah,
like,
you could
literally
see it. We were right there. It was pretty insane.
It was perfect.
Yeah.
The concert, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
We had heard some rumors that like he doesn't sing a lot.
Yeah.
And like we were getting a little like was this really worth our money?
And a few instances where he showed up inebriated and then he would just leave halfway through. Yeah. So there was a lot of like that, and so we were just kind of like I think hesitant a little bit about it.
Yeah. And then we actually went to the concert.
Yeah.
And for me, he had me from the entrance.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so there was a few of the, I guess, artists and musicians.
Yeah.
They showed up
backup singers
by walking into the stage, right? And I was just like, I heard the music and I was expecting him to like run up and stuff like that. But no, this man comes out of the floor.
Yeah, he ascended.
He ascended into his position. I was just like, okay, wait, let him cook. Okay, wait, we're getting something here.
Yeah.
And then he gives us his first song, big bang music.
Yeah.
A lot of it's instrumental though.
Of course.
So I'm like, okay, this is kind of concerning,
Yeah.
It's a lot of instrument.
Yeah.
I want to hear him sing.
Yeah.
Right? Boom, second song. That's when I realized that this is why he's in this position.
Yeah.
I realized this is why he has this career.
Well, also, he sold out the entire... Okay, when we were there, we got there a little early.
Yeah.
And so we're like there, and the place was kind of empty. And I remember our dad going, I don't think it's going to sell out. Like, I don't think it's going to be full. Because a lot of the like places look empty. Yeah. They don't have seats. And then by the time... Right before it started, the whole place was full. Like, it was packed.
Okay, but here's the thing, too. Yeah. We didn't notice how full it got.
Yeah.
Until after the first song.
Oh, yeah.
When the lights turned on.
Oh, yeah.
To see, like, pretty much everybody.
Yeah.
And we were just like, when did this room get so full?
It was like crazy.
Like, it got full so quick.
The man sold out the place.
Yeah, so
it was
like 15,000 people.
Yeah.
Just like, boom, there.
Yeah.
And at first, I'm like, you're skeptical. You're like, maybe he doesn't really
that whole section over there is empty.
Yeah, like, I don't, maybe he doesn't really actually have as many fans as we thought.
Yeah.
And then, boom.
Yeah.
We're just like,
it was impressive. It was really impressive. But I think the other thing, too, is, okay, so I was recording this on my phone.
Yes.
Because I got that telezoom, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so one of the things that I think was really funny was that at one point, my arms... Okay, so I was filming, like, I was like, I'm only going to record, like, the really big songs. Mm-hmm. And then it dawned on me, that every song this man sang was a big song.
Oh yeah.
Because like halfway through the concert, my arms were like, because like you have to stay really steady, right? My hands started shaking, and I'm like, oh my gosh, how am I gonna do this?
Yeah.
But it's just hit after hit after hit. And the thing is we were like talking about how we need to listen to his music before, so we can sing along and whatnot. Yeah. And then I realized that somehow in my subconscious, like half of these songs were just sitting in my brain, ready to be unlocked in this moment.
So, our concern was that he was going to sing a lot of his new songs.
Yeah.
And that we weren't going to know a lot of the songs in the set list.
Yeah.
So on the way to Montreal, we decided to, embark on the playlist, on the set list. So we started listening to it.
Yeah.
And we realized very quickly that we actually remember a lot of these songs because we grew up on it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's obviously like the chorus is like the main part you would remember.
Yeah, of course.
Right? But then there would be like sections where you'd be like, I don't know this part.
But what's really interesting is the fact that's the impact it's had on our lives.
Yeah.
And so also there were just moments where I'm just in there like I was in that concert.
Yeah.
Just laughing.
Oh, absolutely.
Because I could not believe I was there.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like, how did
I was laughing like the flipping Joker half the time. I was laughing hysterically because I couldn't believe I was there.
Yeah, it was like
I was just like, literally 20 years of my life just to get here.
Yeah.
Like, you know how many experiences I had to go through for the chance to sit right here, right now?
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand how I got here.
Yeah.
And when I see him do like the classic moves you'd see on his like
music videos
videos and stuff, like the hair thing, the posing, like the dancing, I was just like, this is real. This is just genuinely who this man is. I'm like, this wasn't a branding scheme. They didn't tell him to do this. He straight up was like born like this. Man, born built different.
Yeah, I think that's a very big testament. But I mean also, because we're half Mexican. For those who don't know, the two Latin brothers is half Mexican. In case you're wondering where the Latin part comes from.
Yeah.
Actually, the other half is also Latin, so I don't know what I'm saying.
Yeah, we're full Latino, but not born on Latino soil.
It's confusing, I know. Anyway, but I think that is because we're half Mexican. Our mother is a very big fan, and so is like the culture of Mexico.
Yes.
Like, they're obsessed with him. They call him the son of Mexico in Spanish, El Sol de Mexico.
Yeah.
For those who are wondering what that means. That is like a representation of how big he is in Mexico.
Oh yeah.
And so we of course across Latin America he's massive.
Oh,
so it's one of those things where he is an icon in Latin America.
Yeah.
And that no one else really here. If I talk to like a French Canadian, they're being like, who?
Yeah.
Say what?
I mean, like just regionally.
Yeah.
There's people who know of him who don't even speak Spanish.
Right. Yeah.
Like, and I saw a few like.
Yeah.
White people, like just show up, and I'm just like, oh, this is so cool.
Yeah, like there were like Spaniards sitting behind us.
Yeah.
They were like
Spaniards.
They were talking to a couple who was from here, and they were like, we moved here like a few years ago.
Yeah.
And he goes, we actually just happened to be visiting Canada, and we saw tickets on sale, and we're like, why not? We're here.
Yeah.
Like we'll probably never get a chance to see him anyway because we're on the other side.
Yeah. So like there was a lot of flags too.
Oh yeah.
Like people from Cuba, Ecuador, Venezuela, people from
Colombia.
Guatemala. Yeah. So like there was a lot of people.
Yeah. The people sitting in front of us were from Argentina.
Yeah. So like it's just crazy how many people.
On the couple that was sitting in front of you guys is from the Dominican. Like it was crazy how it's interesting how there are moments where there's a lot of divisiveness between our own cultures.
Yeah.
But in those moments, like, oh, we're all family.
Yeah.
We all got each other.
Yeah, like there was a small accident where a beverage was spilled.
Oh yeah.
And my mom offered napkins to people who are just arriving because the seat beside of the people who got wet was like kind of wet.
Yeah.
And then my mom was just like trying to hand them like some napkins and stuff like that to try it out. And they're like, oh, thank you, you're so caring, like you're awesome, us Latinos gotta protect each other and stuff like that. And we're just like, yeah, we totally weren't the cause of this, but whatever.
Yeah.
But like it was interesting to see that kind of dynamic, you know what I mean? And even after the concert, we ended up having like small dialogue with people.
Yeah.
And there was even a circumstance of which I think a gentleman did a really good job of proposing to his girlfriend at the concert, right on a specific song where the song talks about them being a couple.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh my gosh.
Yeah,
what a move. The timing, perfect.
Yeah.
And I felt a little bad well, not really bad, but I felt like it was kind of good in the sense of the fact that it drew the attention of like maybe a quarter of the arena onto what was happening right there and then. Yeah. And we were like maybe 3 feet away from it. And this guy's like on
it was kind of crazy because people below us like were turning around.
People like we were on the 200s level.
Yeah, the second level.
And people on the 100s level were looking up.
Yeah, we're turning around to see what was going on.
What was going on? Because suddenly there was just a bunch of clapping in just one section, and it just like spread out. Yeah. And then people were like, "Congratulations" and stuff like that. And you know, when she had the ring on, she just like, you know, prized it up in the air, and everyone cheered. And I'm like, this man
nailed it.
Like 10 out of 10, man.
Yeah.
Like,
and then we ran into him when we ran into them again when we were leaving in the staircase.
Yeah. And we were like, congratulations, like you did a good job. And he was just like, oh, thank you. He's like, I totally wasn't nerve-wracked because of that, but you know.
Yeah, but her reaction too was just
she cried.
Yeah.
I feel like she might have anticipated it though.
True.
Because she was wearing mascara and it didn't droop down her face.
But I also think maybe she was preparing herself, you know, in case she cried during one of those songs.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
very poetic music.
Yeah, very poetic. And I mean, also like our mom was teary. Even our dad, he's like I got a little teary.
Yeah.
There are moments like where
it's a moment where you're appreciating the craft so much.
Yeah.
Where you can't help but get a little choked up.
All the women sitting next to me, they were all like in tears.
Oh, they're done.
All in tears. Yeah. And like it was also kind of funny because there was like a teenager sitting next to me.
Yeah.
And her mom was screaming like crazy.
Yeah.
And there was a moment where her mom was screaming so loud, she just turned and looked at me and she went, "Sorry," like it was like that wasn't the norm reaction to have.
Yeah.
During that instance, right?
Oh yeah.
So, but I just think it's funny how she even spilled Coca-Cola at one point.
Yeah.
And I'm like filming, and I was telling you how there's a clip of me holding it, and I stopped the recording.
Yeah.
Because she bumped into me to say sorry. and then I hit record again, trying to catch the end of the song.
Yeah.
But it was just crazy. But I mean, there's definitely stuff where I think that was a moment I'll probably remember for like the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Just because of the significance of it all.
Yeah.
Like on a very personal level.
Yeah, I mean, because to us, that was the alarm clock, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, that was the music that was played for us to wake up.
What's really funny is that I was tired that entire day, and then the music, and I was awake.
Oh, yeah. He brought
so much energy.
The energy for the room. It took one man and his band, obviously.
Yeah.
It took one man and his band to get an entire room of people.
For sure.
Absolutely hyped up.
Oh, yeah.
You know how much energy one individual has to have to provide energy for the rest of the room like that?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. And the man was jumping for like a good 15 minutes of the concert.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, man, I would be done. I'd be sweating.
Oh, yeah.
My guy basically did like a Pilates session, like without even trying.
Yeah. I mean, it was fun. It was great.
Yeah.
I mean, also that whole weekend was just jam-packed with things.
Oh, yeah. And after the concert, we finished around like 10, 14.
We went out to eat.
Okay, so think about it this way, okay? The concert ended at 10, but we still had 6 minutes of him just taking in applause.
Yeah.
6 minutes straight. The whole room was not silent.
Yeah.
And the drummer, I guarantee you his wrists are fractured because the drumming was just like
he unloaded.
I props to the drummer though.
Yeah.
Because he held that for 6 minutes.
Yeah.
And then you know the lights shut off and he vanished.
You know, it was a thing.
Yeah, and then okay, so the concert ended at like 10.
Yeah.
10. Let's say we got out there like 10:20.
Yeah.
And then we walked to the hotel 'cause not that far away.
Yeah, obviously.
But we also hadn't eaten anything.
Yeah, that was the whole thing.
So we were like, okay, we gotta go find food.
So I went to go get food.
And then we found a really nice burger place. Honestly, burger was, if I could remember the name, you know.
Burger...
House Burger or something like that.
I can't remember.
Anyways, really good.
It's in French anyway. I don't remember the title.
It was a really, really good burger.
I think it was Burger Bakery.
Burger Bakery?
Or Bakery Burger. I can't remember.
I think it was Burger Bakery.
Anyways,
really, really well done AAA burgers.
Oh, yeah. Those are really good.
Absolutely exquisite. A great way to top off the night, you know, with a cold Coke.
Yeah.
You know, and some fries.
It was a whole thing.
Yeah.
Then we went to the... so we went back to the hotel.
Yeah.
Slept. Woke up because we had to leave in the morning.
Yeah.
And then so we left. we went. Okay, so we came here, picked up another car.
Oh,
went to go,
but mind you, we left Montreal
yeah,
without eating anything.
yeah.
Okay.
So we come back here. Then we have to go drop off the car. So we picked up a car. No one got it. We picked up another car.
Yep.
Left to drop off the car at the rental place. Left the car at the rental place, and then we're all in the other car, and we're like, we're hungry. I'm like, okay, guys, pick a place. I don't care where. I'll pay for it. Let's just go eat. We end up going to Perkins.
Yeah.
We eat Perkins. We come home. We sleep. Wake up, and then we're like, okay. And then what else? We watch a movie.
Yeah. We watched a movie.
We
also finished.
We watched The Fall Guy.
Yeah, we watched The Fall Guy. We also finished a TV show.
Oh, The Good Doctor.
The Good Doctor. That was really good too.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly.
There's so much to talk about there.
There's so much to talk about there, and honestly, we don't have enough time to get into it.
Yeah.
But really, really good ending for the show, The Good Doctor. For those of you who haven't watched it, I would recommend you check it up.
It's a pretty good show.
Well, not check it up, look it up.
Yeah.
It's a really good show. Yeah. We also watched Fall Guy.
Yeah,
and I think they had some pretty funny moments in there.
Yeah.
Good action. They really used the stuntmen.
Yeah. The way they should.
The way they should.
And then what else? There was and then after that I went for a sorbet.
Oh yes,
A boba sorbet.
A boba sorbet, yeah.
And then the next day.
Yeah.
The next day we went to church.
Yeah.
And then we went to do some laser tag.
Yeah.
With some people, and then went for sushi.
Yep.
And then we came home.
Yep.
And this is just like that was our weekend. Like it was just so jam packed.
Yeah.
We did so many things.
And the audience must be thinking, where are the vlogs of these things?
Yeah, we're not walking around the camera.
We're not walking around with a camera anymore. We're trying to put some focus into this.
Yeah.
And then we'll broaden and expand. Guys, there will be more things coming.
Yeah.
You just have to stay tuned. And that brings us to the end of the episode. Thank you for staying to the end. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. It really helps us out a lot. So make sure to click that like button. I don't care if you smack it, dab it, or throw it across the room. I don't know. Just, show your love and support.
For sure.
And we'll catch you guys in 2 weeks, because we're bi-weekly.
Or bi-weekly.
And we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
Bye.